Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Hello and welcome to Backbone Bites with myself, Jimi Longmuir, and very good friend and kind of co-promoter, but we don't like really co-promote.
You do most of the promoting now.
we work together a lot, doing hundreds of gigs together. We'll talk about them in a minute.
Right.
And all the way from Paisley, right across the water, Bungalaff Comedy's Richie McMahon. How you doing, Richie?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
I'm not bad, man, not bad. Just doing that thing where I'm getting fucking hundreds of things at the start of my mind and the start of the podcast.
Probably looking at my beard and can't take it seriously.
Aye, you would fucking throw me like that, wouldn't you, man? Like, woke up this morning, how can I fuck up Jimmy's podcast? I know, I'll fucking, like, well, I'll tell you what, man, it's a better one than no turning up like last time.
That was always good.
Turning up Sans beard is better than no at all.
Just my beard turned up.
But that happens with you a lot, innit? Because you're always in calling stuff, you're working.
Aye.
So how's tricks for you, man? How's things going?
Aye, not bad.
Aye. Like everybody else para about the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
I don't get para. I get depressed and hide.
Well, that's there is. Aye, I know that one. Aye.
I put everything in the back of my mind.
You've got a lot coming up for it as well, man. A lot that I've put in your plate.
I'll do it at one point. I'm nearly there, so that'll be good.
Well, at the time of recording, we're just under a week away from the first night. Trigger warnings at McCool's. The poster would have been there, but I decided to put another one up instead.
That's my good work, that.
Aye, that's trigger warnings at McCool's on the 13th, 20th and 27th of March. £7 officially, but just go for a concession and we won't check if you're a student or whatever. Do you know what I mean? We'll just say, okay, £5. And come along and it'll be a good night and you'll get to see Richie probably most nights unless he's on call.
Or I'll have a beard as well.
Also, there's Bungalaff Comedy as well that you're doing in the Lincoln. Just to throw people, aye. So all these people are going to turn up in Paisley.
What
and
is it?
Right, that's the 19th and the 26th. Tickets are £6 for that. But give us a shout and we'll see what we can do about getting you in. If you're regulars to either club, we'll get you in. And finally, the one that I'm most excited about, the 30th of March.
30th.
Toon Titans. 5:30 McCool's, tenner tickets.
Saturday.
Half an hour from me, half an hour from Richie. We're actually just going to stay on stage together the whole time because we tried that out doing ticket giveaways and it worked out.
That was funny, man.
Nah, but we're not doing it for longer than 5 minutes, but man, you're not sharing the stage with you for more than 5 minutes. No, but it was cool, man. I enjoyed it.
That was good done. I liked it.
Aye, so how you've been doing comedy for how long, man?
I've been doing comedy for 5 years.
So you started about the same time as me, 2019, 2018?
So I done one gig and then I patched it.
It was a stand you done, wasn't it? Aye.
I patched it.
So what happened? How did you do it, man?
Just, she was saying to us, like, comedy.
You should be on stage.
You should be on stage. Get you at my fucking house. Technical difficulties.
So it was September weekend, but you booked out for the first night and I had the Lincoln booked out for the first night, the first new material night. And I ended up I couldn't do it, but I came along in October.
Aye.
But the first night looked excellent, man. Pictures were shit, but like
I took about 3 on my phone. And as my mates tell me, it's not
the pictures actually look crack, man. It looked like a crack night, but there wasn't my pictures, do you know what I mean? So
it was good when it was something different when I started, and it was see when I contacted them and they went, "Aye, no worries, come down and see me." I went down and he's like, "This is the room."
Actually, there's a good chance for a wee shout out for Tommy, Alan, Stirling, and SJ the Tech, and everybody else at the bungalow, man, because they're amazing.
Oh, they're brilliant to me, man.
It's a brilliant place, man. They're
I
really
appreciate everything they've done for us.
Absolutely, man, and me as well, because they've given me a couple of the afternoon gigs.
Tommy's got his wee podcast room as well. We need to speak to him about that.
We need to do that. I was talking about that with Andrew Dunnan, man. You need to do that. 2 podcast ideas. One I've already mentioned. The podcast will mention. I won't mention another one unless you want to. But it's the comfort zone.
The comfort zone.
Getting you to play video games and me to take driving lessons type of shit, man. I know. I would think of Red Dead Redemption. It's all cool, boys. You don't understand what they're doing.
I'm dead. Somebody shot us. I can't aim right.
But just other things out the comfort zone. Do you know what I mean? And for the guests as well, man. We get them do
spicy
stuff.
food.
You get hundreds of comedians to try not being a cunt. Do you know what I mean?
You probably need to do that first, to be fair. You stop being a cunt first. No.
Oh, no, man. I'm a comedian. I need to be a
it's your
cunt.
podcast,
I've got a cunt licence. And we need to stop using the C word, innit?
Oh, sugar, aye. Crackers.
With Alexander McNair on here, man, and all I heard, when I heard it in the background, when I was editing, when I was going in to make a cup of tea and stuff, and I was leaving it playing, all I heard was rubber fanny, rubber fanny, rubber fanny.
What was it called again?
It was Eileen. Eileen, aye. But Eileen said quite enough airtime on this podcast.
Aye. I was when I first seen it. It was quite funny when I was like,
"Is that
a rubber fanny, man?"
Were you there at the Edinburgh City that night?
Are
you were hosting it, were you not?
I hosted it. Aye. that was just woman.
It was the woman for the bingo that I directly recruited. It was like, come along, it's fun for all the family.
Some of them are related, aren't they?
You know, we're in our 70s, don't you, son? I'm like, that's all right, it's family friendly.
Don't put your finger in it, bites. No, I like the Edinburgh City as well. It's a good gig you've got there, man.
I know, it's cracking.
It's good.
Good fun, man. Well, the next one's the 16th, you're on that.
Aye.
And we've got Harun Mashod, Lizzie Lenko, Colette Boyd, and a couple others who I can't really remember right now, but that's because there's about 42 different lineups going through my head at the moment.
I've got a few as well.
Aye.
31st of March, Bungalaff and Paisley. 5G Highland.
And Jamie Kirk's hosting. You're taking a step back for the hosting?
Aye, special guest host, Jamie Kirk. He's my boy.
So, so all of those shows, come to all of those shows, all 10 of you that are watching.
11 now. No, you think about it, you're like, if you got enough going on, you're like, aye, I've got enough going on. And you get working, my kids, and my missus who's felt at me because I shaved my beard.
Sometimes when I'm up there on stage, I think I could be doing with more stage time. Like actual just stage time, devoid of promotion and photography and drama and anything. And just going, doing my thing 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 5 nights a week or whatever. But I think I like everything else I'm doing as well, along with the comedy, you know.
It's good, but I'm booked in for other people's gigs as well, which is alright. So,
you're doing it. You're up in Perth on the 15th of April, something like that.
Is it Perth or Dunfermline? No,
something like that. Up
up
beyond the wall. Aye. I was at Bungalaff a couple of weeks ago.
I done well. Aye, that was really good, man. Everybody does really well.
That was a good night, man.
Was that the mic? That man. That was Ground Zero, wasn't it?
Because I hosted them.
Aye.
It would be nice.
That last Bungalaff was a belter. I really enjoyed it.
It sure was, man. It was a good laugh, man. I mean, you're giving away tickets and all that, man.
Aye. Everybody done really well, man.
Kristen Moody was closing as well, man. Always good value for money. It's good, but different. And it was Brian Mooney that opened, so it was a good.
Aye.
It was a good.
It was a boy I know that was up on the stage, and he's like, "Where the fuck did the Kiwi come from?"
Well, him and his missus got the Toon Titans tickets. Aye. What was his name? Ryan? Was it Ryan or
Sean?
Close. Same amount of letters and ends in an N. Aye.
Aye. Had to think now. No, he was at his missus for the. He just had a baby and that, so. Came along. It was good.
And they're coming along again, man.
Somehow he got a Kiwi in his one. He was like that. How did I get a Kiwi, man?
Right, but these tricks are amazing, man. Right.
Kept talking about it, Looking forward to it.
So, what else? What are you doing now, man? Like, what else are you doing? Are you getting any warm-up gigs for the comedy festival?
I don't think so, do you?
No. No, I don't. I'm not booking. The last thing I've got, I think, is tonight, and I'm going down to Ian White's Some Comedy, yeah. I think that's the last gig I've got before next Wednesday.
My mate's got an empty.
Well, you want to talk about your other podcast idea? You want to keep that in your back pocket?
I'm going to keep it in my back pocket.
All right, man. All right.
Because it's an absolute belter.
All right, but there's a clue in the fact of what you just said, and then I brought it up. Send it on a postcard to the 1980s. If you can guess, put it in the comments and we'll give you free tickets to Dundee. But we'll need to do a gig in your house. Both of us get up.
I know, well, look me. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm going out.
Right, good stuff, man.
Back to my old stomping ground.
Nice. So that's really what the beard's getting shaved for. It was a trick to get your missus to pap you out. Go to your mate's empty.
What it was is I was watching I was watching that, was it called Friday Night Dinner or something?
Aye.
And I get bored and I found a razor, like a shaver, and I lost it for ages and I found it. And I went, I've not got a charger. You see my Sky Go thing? No Sky Go, it's this wee tiny box thing you get now. And I stuck it in it and it charged it. And I went, started playing about with it. Next thing I know,
right,
I had no beard.
That's one hell of a review for Friday Night Dinner. You enjoyed it so much you get bored and shaved half your beard.
I've got problems with it. If I sit in my car too long, I start taking it apart. That's why it's broke half the time. But I ended up with no beard, so I just put my t-shirt up here. She's walked in and I went, boo! She went, oh my God, you're ugly. I'm 13 years and that's what I get.
Well, you didn't realise the beard was the secret you're married to.
Hallie cried when he was coming for school. You're not my dad. Still the dad.
You mentioned that when my house got burgled when I was a kid. I was up at my granny's.
Aye.
And they stole my Muppets video, man. And we know how much I love the fucking Muppets still to this day.
I know.
So you can imagine what it was like when I was 5. They stole the video, they stole the telly, they stole everything. And then somebody came up to the house and they were asking what they stole. And I said, they stole my Muppets video and they stole my daddy's moustache. I guess my dad shaved before he seen this. Like, I genuinely thought the fucking bucklers had stole my dad's moustache.
No, shit, she was crying when she came in because my beard was gone. I was like, it was like one of the Facebook videos with the babies. I'm a Hallie when you're 5. Puffing up, man.
You are all about your kids, man. A lot of your comedies, but Ali as well. That picture, one of the best pictures I've got of you. I don't think I've actually put one of them in the slideshow.
Oh, right. When she's makeup everywhere. It's still the same. I wouldn't change it though. It's a good laugh. She's ruined my carpet.
You love it, but man, you're obviously all about
buying
your
a new carpet all the time. But
I mean, that's a bit costly, but other than that,
she's like, wooden flooring. I'm like, get a carpet. I'll get a carpet cleaner. It'll be fine. That's not coming out.
But all right, so I brought up the slideshow twice. I better fucking.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Better watch it before I give any spoilers, man. So go. And here we are at the first picture, and it's the first time I ever met you at Sosa, and it was Nico, that guy comedy show.
Nico's
gig, man.
That was a good night.
I think there was a lot of pictures that night, and I think that's the first time you've done your trademark of getting a selfie of yourself where you're meant to be getting pictures of you on stage.
Yeah. I did that, I don't know why.
No, it's your trademark, always expect a couple.
Take a photo myself. Aye. Full night trackie I done there too.
It was a good night, man. It was a crack night. Always is. It's always fun.
Tuesdays, wasn't it? Tuesday?
Wednesdays, I think. I want to say Wednesdays. I know it was Tuesdays. It was Tuesdays, and then moved it to Wednesday when it was other promoters that took on. It's always a fun room. Always got hundreds of good pictures in there. That's the first time I met you. I can't remember how I done or how you done, but I can see there I'm wearing the same top as I'm wearing right now, and this is like 2 or 3 year old. So,
yep.
And the same jacket, man. And we're moving on. And that's at Murdo McNee's night, comedy on the green.
Oh, so it is.
Edinburgh. They were fun wee gigs, man.
I like them, then.
They were good, man. They were good. Good room.
I remember the first time I got to get there, and I couldn't find the life is.
Because can I suggest it's outside Edinburgh, but it's actually central. So aye.
I put it in the sat nav, and then I kept going driving round. I was, is it there? And I couldn't get parked anywhere. I asked Murdo what it was, and he was like, metal side or something. And I'm like, I don't know what that is.
That's another one that was victim of the curse of the pub quiz. Remember, there was a big pub quiz downstairs at the same time, and hundreds of people were sitting there fucking trying to win their prizes. Yeah.
Still got a decent crowd on every time, but
well, no, every time. They were coming for you, surely, man. But the pub quizzes at the same time as comedy, man. It's tough. And here we are at the stand.
Aye, Sackies again.
That was actually during the Fringe 2022, man. That was some night, man. John Ross was hosting. Raymond Mearns headlining.
So he did.
Lawrence Stephen was on. Tattoo Dave was on. Other people were on. I think I got a group photo here as well.
Aye.
No, but I think it's coming up in the slideshow, so we'll see who was on and who I forgot.
That was a cracking night.
That was brilliant, man. That was really good. I was up first, man. I didn't do that well, but I enjoyed it, man. I was right in the middle of the Fringe. I was like, fucking Red Raw, thanks very much.
We just need to fill out a table this time. That's the last time I was there. As soon as I got on, somebody buffed right to a table. I'm like, okay.
I'd like to do more of the stand, man. That's the last time I was in the Glasgow stand. They keep sending me to Edinburgh, man.
Did I've done Edinburgh once. It was Halloween.
And here it is. It's a group photo. I can see it coming up, man. And it's literally everybody I just mentioned, so there couldn't have been anybody else on that night.
That was a good night, man.
That was cracking, man. Oh, Dino Weird was on that night as well. I don't know where he is in the group photo.
He's probably out there.
He's out there skulking about, looking like Heavier Bardem somewhere, man. Cracking guy, cracking act, man. Yeah, I went to see.
I'm sure there was a nurse somebody. Was there when McKinney?
Erin McKinney, you're right. Aye. I don't know where she is in that photo, man. Apologies to Erin for not including you in the group shot, but you probably didn't want any one of my photos, so.
I actually leave one. There's no stage too far away.
I actually get cracking photos on stage that night. I've used them for quite a lot of stuff. Aye. But do you know, I went to see Janine Garofalo with Dino. That was a good night in the Fringe, man.
There's Chris Forbes in the background of the poster.
Is it? Aye.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Chris Forbes cracking that. I've seen him a couple of times at Bungo now, innit?
Aye.
Speaking of which,
there we go.
That's the first time I went to Bungo, October 2022. That's a photo I've used of you quite a lot in my posters as well, man.
Aye,
it's such a beautiful room.
That is. I love that room, man.
It's an amazing room. It's the Bungalaff is just so much your thing, man. I just love being part of it, man. Getting to meet your mum and dad and they'll come around with fish and chips.
I can't believe you did that. They were stinking, man. My dad just walked in. I was like, "Where's Dad?"
Well, I said, "When I go and they're not there, I'm like, where's your mum and dad?"
He just walked right by me a big bag of chips. I was like, "What did you get?" He's like, "Fish and chips." I was like, "You can't eat them in here, man."
Oh, your mum's that kind of tetchy mood and she's walking by going, "Hey, I'm fucking..." And your dad just walked by going,
It's not even that. She was holding out chips to everybody. I couldn't believe it, man. Do you want a chip? I'm like, "Mum, sit down." Next one. Lincoln.
Ah, yes, man. that was a cracking night. I think John Ross might have been headlining that one. I don't know. But that was a really fun night. You can see Manty Carroll and Lisa in the background laughing away, man, at the comedy styles of Richie.
I must have said something funny.
That was before I started putting up the logo on the TV as well.
Aye.
So every time I see those photos now, I genuinely think about editing in the logo into the telly.
Yeah, it rang. It's not a portrait, that.
No, I just like it in the telly, do you know what I mean? It's an idea I picked up actually off Ian White. It's some comedy, yeah, so thank you, Ian. Oh, thank you for that in person tonight.
That was a good night, that.
Aye. There always are fun nights at Lincoln. Sometimes it's just a bit quiet, man. You know what I mean? But the fact that they've given me that room for so long...
My weight goes up and down, done it, man.
Mackie said the same thing, man. That's the nature of weight. It's the nature of eating and no eating.
You can tell when I've changed my style. I'm not wearing...
Nico, we were just talking about. Nico, man.
That was... Oh, that was...
that was that Greek kitchen restaurant. Lord McKer was headlining and Silas was with us as well, man. Aye.
That was 2 days after the trot, wasn't it?
That was fun. I liked it.
That was good. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I just liked it because it was you and Nico. We'd get a photo of Nico in there, man.
That was a good gig, man.
It was fun.
It was different.
It was different. Aye. I wish they'd been for more, man. Because I think we could have made something of it, man.
Nah, it was good. I was good a few years there, man.
Do you know? I was just thinking, man. Nico hasn't done Bungalaff yet.
Oh, aye.
Need to get him on.
I'll get him on.
Aye.
Not seen him in a while though.
I know. Well, he started up that guy comedy show again Tuesdays, every Tuesday this month in March.
Is he?
And he's registered for the comedy festival, so we'll jump down. We obviously can't as of the 17th.
There's a Calabash.
There's Calabash, and actually, when I first put that in, I thought that was a picture of you, but it's DJ228.
Is it?
I done it with thumbnails, but I just left it in because it's Calabash. It's the night we fell in love with Calabash.
That was a good night.
That was E-Boys, Ibrima Sanyang's fundraiser.
Aye.
Project Gambia.
Aye.
What a cracking night that was, man.
I was
I remember Dad Dave went home and done a post and it said, I've just done a gig and for the first time since doing comedy, I genuinely don't know what to think about it, but I might have loved it. And you're like, of course you did, it's Calabash. Elizabeth and Steve know that, man. I just love the place, man.
Crazy.
It's a beautiful place, man.
I done so Octagon before it and then came straight down. It was a cracking gig. I'm trying to see who else is in the picture. Peter Bell.
You can see Dave, Peter Bell and Kel Samuels there as well. I think you were in the corner just in front of Tattoo Dave there. Roger Foss, I've messed up the order of these photographs because that was going back to just before the Nico's gig in the Greek restaurant. That was Rob Crosby's gig. Roger Foss, it was a good night as well. Cal Halbert was headlining.
Oh, what a guy. Cal, man. Oh, he's good.
And Silas was with us.
Silas, he smashed it, I know, man.
Really, really good night, man.
And that your boy,
Harry Ford.
Harry Ford.
I've not seen him since.
He headlined Red Raw in Newcastle.
Did he?
Just there.
Right.
Done a cracking job. Got everybody to shout Shaggles.
I give him a shout, man.
I get married to a Brazilian lassie.
Don't know. But it's Roggerford's a really nice room, man. I always think of Faulty Towers when I go in. I think it's the same layout as Faulty Towers.
I remember we were playing pool.
I know I've got photos of you playing pool.
I'll get that terrible. It's me actually phoning you. Just to wind you up.
And that's the same night.
That's at the pool table.
It is indeed, aye.
That was a cracking night.
It's Rob, you, Silas, Cal Halbert, Harry Ford, and myself, biggest there, because obviously the most important person needs to be the biggest picture. But I did focus it in on you.
Who won the pool game?
I've no idea. I was too busy taking the pictures.
I think it might have been Silas.
But I'll show you those pictures one time, eventually.
I forgot that picture. That was a cracking night at Halbert, man.
His impressions and all that, he's just a fantastic guy, phenomenal.
Well done, well, man.
It's a great room, Rob. It's a great room, man. I think I've been down once since then, but I'll need to go on the phone to Rob and say, why aren't you booking me more? I know you only do your gig once a month. Not even that sometimes, but fuck's sake, man.
I know.
You need me to headline.
That was the first one for a while that we went down.
It was great to see it back up, man. And that's the Atlantis. Remember Gary Little headlining?
Oh, aye. He never headlined.
Aye.
He opened.
Aye, I got shit for that. Aye. But we got him for aye. It was good, aye. It was a good night, man. Who closed? Adele closed.
Adele closed, aye. I had to pick the win up for guides. No, scouts.
It was a good room, but it was one of those ones where it's you're essentially there's no separate room for comedy. They do have a function room upstairs. It's not fit for purpose.
Was it?
No, and it's the ones that were into comedy. They were lovely. There was just always going to be people who thought, "What the fuck's a comedy night?" You know, because it was in the bar.
But they him at the front, even though he doesn't look too happy, man. But they were loving it, man.
I know. It was a great room, man. I'll need to get in touch with the woman who runs it, whose name escapes me. I want to say Andrina, but I'm wrong.
Don't say it.
Adriana, yeah. I got it almost right in the wrong order. And Calabash again. Yeah, it was our first night in Calabash. We started running Calabash. Calabash. I believe that would have been... No. See that? Looking at that, that's the night that James Gardner headlined.
That was a good night.
It was a cracking night. Mick Murphy was on. And that wasn't the night.
And that was Mick Murphy's mum's friends at the front, innit?
It was. She lives quite close. I had Sharon Clark. And she comes to Lincoln and all that with her pal Trina. But cracking fucking audience members, man.
They were on form, man. She was nearly greeting with that. It's a good room, man.
The first one we done it was Michael Porter in Kirsty Lynch.
Yep.
It was only 4 days, I think. I done it. That was February this time last year.
Michael, but just because I didn't. Off on a tangent.
It was I don't know, man. I liked them. Edinburgh City FC Social Club.
That was a good night.
Fucking love that place, man.
That was brilliant.
Nah, it was, man.
Was that what I hosted that?
Yeah.
I hosted that one.
Aye. I think I've edited this one a few times, getting closer.
That was the one Alexander McNair.
Aye, I think so. Aye,
because of the chair.
And Bruce Fumi was headlining.
Aye.
And Obi opened. Aye. Last time actually in the podcast I brought that up and I said Bruce Blackford because his name's Blackford Bruce on fucking Facebook.
Right.
So people that change their names in Facebook, why? You're going to get misidentified in podcasts all the time. There's a few of them that have changed their name on Facebook, and every time you see it, you go, "Oh fuck!" That's me for making posters, group chats, everything, man.
I've been there announcing somebody with the wrong name because that's their Facebook name. They're like, that's not my name. Alright.
And there we are, where we are now, man. At the Kingsway Community Connections, the gig we done for Christmas. Me, you, and John Puffs. That was a cracking afternoon.
Aye, we were in Paul at Shaw's at one point.
Yes, we were, man. Aye, there's a wee story there, but we'll just leave that, I think, man. We were, aye, there's a couple of wee stories. That was a good day, man. Aye,
it was alright.
We were investigating the scene. Mentioned a well-known promoter, divisive promoter, let's say, and then of course it shows up and just looked at the floor, looked at you, looked at me, and went, "Where's the venue?"
We're going to the park to take my
dog. Please leave us alone. We're just out playing.
You've not got it.
I want my ma.
It's run away.
that was some like horror film level smarts, wasn't it?
Boom right there.
Where's the venue? This is my gaff. There we are at Glasgow Comedy Festival 2023, gigging it up at the Griffin.
That was a good gig. I liked that.
There was 6 there, man. I think you've done about 3 of them.
Aye.
You hosted the last one as well, no? You hosted the last one?
I hosted
Jürgen.
Jürgen
headlining. That was amazing. He's got his own show there this year, man.
Is he?
Aye.
I'm going to go watch that.
I think phenomenal. It's on a Tuesday night.
Is it?
Aye.
I'll be able to do that.
I've booked up your Tuesdays. No, I think it may be a Thursday. I don't know. We'll have a look. Have a look for the Germans are coming. Jürgen Strack, and then if you're up for it, me and Richie will fight Jürgen to the death to see which show you're going to go to.
He's great, man. He's like, "You want to go for pizza?" I'm like, "I go for one. We'll go for pizza and a pint."
Actually, he was the one that headlined the Lincoln that night. I said John Ross, but it wasn't. It was Jürgen. Remember?
Oh, with the balls.
Aye, lining the floor. Aye.
What was it? The wee hanging balls?
It's because it was Christmas. There was decorations. Aye.
And
there's my beloved and Jürgen himself, man, and you standing outside the Griffin.
I'm trying to hide these.
Lorraine, Lynn, big bath and Lorraine there, man. Jürgen, he's got his pockets and his sandals, man.
Socks and sandals.
Yeah, at least he's not got the leather hose, and there is that.
It's underneath in it. The Griffin's a cracking. It's just where it is good.
Well, we're in there Thursdays. 14th, 21st and 28th this year.
About the same time.
2-for-1 tickets at the moment as well. So look on the Glasgow International Comedy Festival website and get your tickets.
It's about the same time as the King's Theatre.
Aye?
The pub. I heard it on Facebook. To be fair.
I really like that picture, man. There's actually another one as well of me, you, Odysseia and Phil Wang.
Aye.
And Susan Sims. Susan Sims is on it as well. Aye. But there's only so many folk. Actually, you're doing 23. Craig Miller Hearts Social Club. Raymond Mearns headlining. Remember that night?
I remember it now, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, my weight goes up and down. Look how thin I look.
Well, there's 2 guys in front of you hiding your weight, mate.
I think it's that guy with a hat on. He was my mate. He was actually my mate. Remember that guy? He looked like what was it? A Recess?
A gig so dangerous I've had to shut it off with fucking shutters, man.
Aye.
It was wild.
That guy is wild. He looks like a guy at a Recess.
That was fun. That was a Dell's opening, Raymond Mearns headline.
Aye. That was a good gig, but
that was cracking, man. It was demented but fun. And Lorne was on. Grant Gunn as well, man. Aye.
That was a good gig.
I was gigging with Grant last night in Alec McNair's Falkirk Wine Library gig.
Aye.
Rachel Jackson's headline. She's done amazing, man. Everybody on it. Robin Zatina as well. And don't want to forget anybody. Adrian Hanlon was up from Newcastle as well. And here we have Kirsty's Laugh Accordingly.
So
July
it is.
2023. I think that's my favourite picture from that night because of your posture there, the crowd, you get the decor behind them. Aye.
Rock and Rollers, but it's changed
Rock and Rollers, it's changed its name to Venue now.
Venue.
They're doing a gig there in May, I think.
I think so.
I haven't absorbed too much information because we're not on it this year, so fuck them. But I hope they'll do well. It's a really good cause, man.
I'll probably end up going anyway. Like Mackie's hosting.
Right.
Is it?
I think it is. I think you're right. I think Kirsty mentioned it in the podcast last time.
I'll probably just. I like Mackie.
So, what else we say about it now? There was something like Gary Little headline, but I missed it. I would say,
Good to go around.
And Alec was on, Alec McNeil was on, Peter
cool.
Bell was on, Dean Byrne was on, Paddy Linton was on, and Amanda Hurst, of course, he was hosting. Here we have arrived at the Fringe 2023 Cocktail Mafia for 3 or 4 twats.
I do this every time. I go to fist bump and somebody goes to shake hand.
It happens all the time. It's the nature of
right. And then I go next time. I'll just shake hand and they go fist bump.
Of course, it's the rock paper scissors of comradeship.
That was I think that was me hosting again.
I think so. Aye.
I like to host.
That was a beautiful room. I can't wait to get back there this year as well. 11:30 Fringe.
Nice room,
3 or 4 twats. Cocktail Mafia, come along, you'll have a hell of a night.
Every time, but at that time, you're like, so many people in there,
I
and
think
then you're like, are you in there for the comedy?
It's partly the name, and if you apply a bit of work ethic to it, you know what I mean, and actually go to the trouble of getting some extra punters in off the streets, you'll have good nights. The lowest we had, I think, was a Thursday night in the middle of the Fringe when it was 12, and we've sold out several times.
We've done it in Barcelona, didn't you?
Barcelona was excellent as well. And again, I think that's probably the same night. Robbie Bonham, yourself, Alex Lean, Carly Blair, Kirsty, and me. And Cocktail Mafia's main room.
That's when I was
beautiful tiki bar vibe.
Carly in it.
Carly Blair.
Flying, and this guy just came up with a bottle of whiskey. He went, "Want some monkey shoulder?" I was like, "What?
What's a monkey shoulder? Leave me alone."
He gave me the wee monkey, but I lost it. That was a good gig. That was the first time I'd seen Alec.
Alex Lean.
That's the first time.
Great guy. And we get loads and loads of shout outs with Kirsty's podcast. So I've put him at the back of that picture, and that's the only time we're going to mention him just now. I'm flying for him again this year, man. I've bloody book.
Is he doing his question?
I'll probably still be shouting Joy of Dex, even though he's changed the name fucking 3 times in the show. When I still go, come and see Joy of Dex. He's like, it's called Now 40 now, Jimmy. And I'm like, it's the same fucking show. And there we are, we're back at the bungalow with me being the bitch in the box, even though I'm too scared to have a fucking gong show myself.
That was a gong show.
I'm a bitch in the box.
Looks like I'm in trouble.
I actually enjoyed making up the comments as bitch in the box, man. I think it utilised my skill set far better than doing a gong show myself would actually do. That's my excuse for being a shite bag.
Good, man, but the middle camera's not working, so you've been using the side cameras. You can see that.
Aye. All right.
It was great. That Irish guy was immense.
Aye.
He's moving.
Keith.
He's moving here. Aye. So
what's his second name? He came up in the podcast before, but I can't remember his second name.
Oh, I can't remember.
Joe Casey was on that night as well, we're saying, when Alec was on.
Aye.
The gong shows are great, man. We need another one.
I think there is another one going to be on, but it's obviously I'm going shortly, so I can do it.
The skinny. And there's another one of the bungalow, man. It's a good one of you sitting laughing with your crowd, your punters.
That's my mate Craig.
Right.
He's good. His partner Shannon.
Actually looks grainier than I thought it did in the thumbnail, but I like the picture. I've got one of you like that with your mum and dad as well, sitting in the same place, man, but I couldn't find it.
That's probably my dad telling me I wasn't his or something. Or he's like that to me, here, look, I've got under the table a kebab.
Well, I'll get that out for the next one.
No, that's me sitting watching the headliner. I love what was just sitting there. It was good. Who was that night?
I don't know what that night was.
Anybody.
Oh, who was on the Gong Show?
Oh, that was a headliner.
Was that?
A headline show. Probably
Raymond's night. Raymond Milne's headline night.
I was in the middle that night. I think it might have been Farley, maybe.
Oh, no, I think that's going a bit too far back. And here's the last picture with me and you giving away tickets at the bungalow. I enjoyed that. I've got to say, I really enjoyed that, man. That was
You
awesome.
don't ever sit at that middle table.
I know, we make it a priority to fill that. Remember that night there was only like 14, but they were all sitting in the middle, and it was one of the best nights.
Aye. There was.
That's my theory. 40? I'm telling you, we need that front row filled every time, and we need to start threatening violence to get it done.
It's good. So it is.
You might not agree with me. You might not be on board. You might not be actually administer the violence, but we need to start threatening it to get them in there.
Mate, I reserve every single table on the outside for a laugh. But that gig there, and nobody sat in that middle table. Somebody sat
get suits
at the barrel.
Get suits and the baseball bats and stand at the table. look, fucking.
I'm just going to remove it. You know? That's what I stand up on, and look right into the camera. But I stood on that day that it moved. It wasn't good.
And that's it. We've reached the end of the slideshow, man.
That was a cracking wee slideshow. It's back in time, innit?
Aye.
We've had some amount of laughs, didn't we?
Oh, we've plenty more in the future and all, man.
And I need to get a fake beard, but was on the phone.
So we've talked about the past. Let's look at the future. What does it hold for me? What does it hold for you? Que sera? Beginning with first item on the agenda for the future is, what song do you want on the slideshow adverts for this podcast?
Was the don't know.
Well, I did say I was hoping it wouldn't end up being Avicii Wake Me Up, but that is the theme song for.
It's my tune. I like that song. Yeah. I really like it. So it's going to have to be that.
Avicii?
Aye.
It would end up being Avicii, but I was hoping there'd be a bit of discussion first. Is there nothing else that you think, sort of songs that have been out over the past couple of years, songs that you've listened to a lot?
Just listen to that over and over again, really. I don't know, I listen to that much music. I just listen to radio. Just Radio X most of the time, and then people change it in my work. They want to listen to Capital, and I'm like,
I'll need to get somebody in to interview me and find out my fucking what mine would be. But I use songs all the time for side shows anyway, man. I've actually just been fucking barred from resharing posts a week before the comedy festival, man.
How's that?
I think it's because I've been doing slideshows with music, but for my photographs, I've been doing slideshows for this. I've been doing slideshows for trigger warnings, 3 out of 4 twats, Backbone, Lincoln, and I've been sharing a lot. And I've obviously shared into a group that you're meant to not just reshare into, you're meant to go into their group and share on the group. And I've transgressed their rules and I've complained to Facebook, and I'm barred from resharing for a week right before the comedy festival. And I'm gutted, man.
I got a message from
listeners, viewers, whatever. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the reason that there's only 40 views is because of some bullshit to do with Facebook. It's nothing to do with the quality of this podcast. We're a fantastic podcast that millions of people should be watching. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Over 1 million. It needs to be more than 1 million.
We're talking billions, mate.
Trillions.
Everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know the ins and outs and the secrets and the magic behind open mic comedy in Scotland in the past 3 years.
I know. It's hard.
It's a hard game.
It's hard.
We're actually heroes when you think about it, man.
Not all heroes wear capes. They wear baggy t-shirts because they've got long bodies. That's my excuse for being fat and my t-shirts don't fit.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear kazoos on stage.
I need to get a kazoo.
Actually, man, the whole concept of this podcast as well is about lockdown, man. How did you deal with lockdown?
A lot.
Aye. Key worker?
You could say that. I worked security in the car park.
Right.
At the airport.
Right.
Test centre. Aye. Just traffic management security. Just going, row 1, row 2.
But I mean, in terms of comedy, like, did you do anything?
No. I wasn't even going to come back to it. I done that, and then I was in the council as well, so done 4 days in the council and 4 days in this car park in Glasgow Airport.
Right. So that must have been when restrictions were being relaxed and flights were allowed.
No flights still.
So but you were still in the car park?
It was the test centre.
Right.
The cars were coming in for testing and it.
Right.
Put your fucking window, I don't want to catch it. That stuff. Once you put the window down, you're like, put it back up. Because it was rife at the time.
So we know.
All we seen in the airport was army helicopters and planes just landing.
You're on TikTok. Oh, they're invading. They're invading. Martial law.
I know, just for it. It was good, but you had to go in there in the mornings about 6, and you weren't allowed out there till 9 o'clock at night.
Right, fucking hell, man.
They fed you though. Pot noodles.
Was meaty, but
pot noodles, sandwiches.
Aye.
Fucking horrific. Can't eat a pot noodle again. Honestly, because you didn't know what to do with a pot noodle because they're all the fucking same. So we're getting packets of crisps, just putting them in it. Pot noodle with crisps.
Well, we know about me. I mean, the whole reason I've started this podcast is a follow-on from the lockdown podcast because I was doing Zoom gigs. Did you watch any of the Zoom gigs?
I couldn't watch Zoom gigs. I can't concentrate enough.
Aye.
But somebody asked me to put. What was it? Do you think you're funny or something?
So you think you're funny? They done that in Zoom for those years.
And they asked me like a pound for it and goes, you're in, so do you want to do it? And I was like, am I loving them?
I never actually applied to think you're funny. I think I thought I couldn't because I'd already done it live. That was some experience, man. In 2019, there was a mad guy. Scott Agnew was hosting, and there was a mad guy that was part of his act depended on throwing yakults into the crowd. And you know what might happen when you throw yakults into the crowd? One of them might burst. And of course, you know, despite his fail-safes, though, he still managed to cover one of the audience in fucking yakults.
I've never even had a yakult, man.
Scott Agnew had to wrestle him from the stage, not for the first time in his career.
Sweet, man.
And I done shite.
Fair enough.
But it was a good experience, man. There's a few people doing this year as well. There's a heat during the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
No, I'm not. You only do it once, didn't you?
I thought that, but I've since seen other people doing it a couple of times. Granted, they were wearing like fake moustaches and whatnot.
I've just shaved my beard off. I'm in. What's your name? Richie.
Jimmy Longmuir? No, I'm Jeremy Longmire.
I'll go with my Christian name, Richard. Some people in my work call me Richard. I'm like that.
Actually, Jimmy Kirk was on that heat as well.
Was he?
Aye, he was. Aye. It was Rose Theatre in Edinburgh. First time I'd ever gigged in Edinburgh.
Aye.
2019, May 2019. Aye.
No, I done it in my living room. The veins are at the back of the door.
Audience, did you watch?
Is in the kitchen,
if they were actually watching,
just staring at me. How can you do that on your phone, man?
If you were actually watching you and you can count them as audience, I'd say it was maybe even busier than a couple of gigs you've done since.
There was audience on it, but the thing is that see when you speak, like somebody makes a noise, they pop up on the screen.
I know, you see them,
it puts you off, man.
I know.
Because I'd done meetings and all that during that lockdown and all that with my security company that I work for, and I'm not going to mention them.
There was I done a gig in New York once. Can't remember what it was called, but it was in New York, and there was these two octogenarian audience members, and they were shouting back and forth, "What's he saying, Sheila?" I don't know. He's hot though. And I'm like, that's nice, weird, horrible.
In America, New York, aye.
Aye. What's he saying, Sheila? He's hot though.
I'm going to go to America soon, man.
Aye.
I'm going to just go there 8 weeks and travel it, man.
That'd be good, man.
I'm going to get a Chicago Town pizza.
an actual Chicago Town pizza.
And I'm going to get.
Have you get Iceland there?
I'm going to get a Philly cheesesteak.
Ah, yeah, man, it look cracking.
I'm going to go to the Heart Attack Grill and go, try me. I've been eating Scottish breakfast for most of my life, man.
You think this is heart attack material? You want to try living in the west of Scotland?
Try eating a mixed hoagie, mate.
Not many of us make it past 65, and it's all because of the square sausage.
It's true, though. I'm up in the cemetery and I just stare at the stone sometimes and go, Christ, he wasn't that old. And I'm like, that'll be me soon. I would hate to lift my coffin, man.
Aye, I'd hate to lift mine or not, man.
Be a 6 manner. 4, 6 on that.
That's the reason I've still kept this fucking hoodie, man, because it hides my weight a bit, man.
Reinforced straps to put me in, man.
Actually, man, I'm looking forward to the festivals this year, like Glasgow and the Fringe, because I always lose weight.
That's because you walk, man.
Why? But I've put on a ton of weight over Christmas.
Well, remember we were at the festival and you're like, we'll just walk up. I was like, have you seen the hill?
Literally, that wasn't even the festival. That was one night. That was Paradise Palms.
I was like that. Remember I tried to take photos and everybody was slagging me?
No.
I was trying to take photos of the buildings and that in Edinburgh because I was walking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went to the Blackfriars Bobby's.
Yeah.
With the kebab with Gary Lynch in that kebab shop, man.
That was spicy.
That was nice, man. That was... killed you, man.
I nearly died. I ate it and I was like, right, lads, game's a bogey.
That was a good wee night.
I think I drank about 10 cans of Iron Brew, was it?
Sometimes in the Fringe, but that's the best nights when you've had a couple of gigs during the day. You find out you've got nothing for the evening, but you end up just seeing a couple of people. And not even going to see other shows, just fucking sitting about in a graveyard in a kebab shop.
Just like work. No, I wanted to go see it. I was going to go myself, remember?
Aye.
They were like, no, we'll go. We went and we were like, we'll jump in and get a kebab, and there's Gary. Gary and his kebabs, man, innit? Every time. Because we're in the Griffin, he's like, just going to go there and get a kebab.
I've got a picture of you about his kebab, Gary's gigging up as well this year in the Griffin. I think he's on the 17th of March, 16th and 17th of March.
It was a massive kebab you got, it wasn't just a normal one. Big naan bread and everything.
I remember that really clearly, actually. I was stressing out about some load of bullshit, man. He's just on and eat his kebab.
He was eating that sauce in the bother. Water half a duck's back.
That's a different kebab shop, though.
No, next is. Remember I goes like that. There's not enough. I was an idiot, but I was like, there's not enough sauce on that. I want more sauce. That was just a bad move.
So, right, might as well wrap up with what we've got coming up. So, coming up, we have trigger warnings on the 13th of March at McCool's. You've got the following Tuesday, 17th, Bungalaff Comedy at the Lincoln, and then the 26th, Bungalaff Comedy at the Lincoln again, and Toon Titans on the 30th. Obviously, you're going to be dipping in and out of other shows as well, 3 or 4 Flats and fucking Backbone, all the rest of them. Depending on your work schedule.
31st, I've got mine, Bungalaff and Paisley.
Aye.
Nothing to do with the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
Because it's in Paisley. We tried to register, but we couldn't.
And we got Edinburgh City as well.
Edinburgh City in the 16th. So there's plenty on our plate, man.
Busy month.
And it looks like we could see just with March. I think we could do another podcast in fucking April with 23 photographs.
Fuck aye.
Actually, to be honest with you, I've had the same problem with you, Kirsty, and Graham Mackey, which is the amount of gigs. I just couldn't. The first podcast I done with Andrew, there was like 4 for each show, and it was fun to do them. Do you know what I mean? And talk about the show at length. But this time it's been like 1 minute for every show, man.
Pick one.
But it's, you know what, man? It's just a testimony of how healthy and how amazing it's been over the past 3 years.
It's good to look back to, because my memory's not good, to be fair.
That's why I take the photographs, Richie.
Every time I'm hosting, I'm
providing a communal memory for everybody.
What's your name again, Jimmy?
You do that as a wind-up, but man. What's his name? I'm like, get the fuck.
Some of them I forget. I know, but see if you've just seen the photos and it takes you right back, doesn't it? It takes me a while. I'm like, what was that? Oh, what, man?
I know. You know, there was a run of gigs 2 weeks ago. Something I was gigging Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? And I didn't take a single photograph with my actual camera, but I did find myself getting my phone out a few times and taking a couple of photographs. And I was kind of almost done with taking photographs for a while and just focusing on my comedy. But to be honest with you, man, even when I got up on stage, there was something missing. So what I'm saying is I'm not going to stop taking photographs. I'm just going to...
I wouldn't.
No. I'm just going to keep going, man, because I enjoy it, man. I had a really good time at the Falkirk Wine Library last night with everybody else on there.
What's that like in there?
It's a lovely wee room. There's a big mad shark. But the thing is, it's up in the ceiling, so you can't really get it in the photographs that much. There's a whole fucking shark, like plastic shark, like something. It looks. It's meant to look like something out of Jaws, but it looks like something out of fucking Shark Tale. And it's got this kind of nautical theme, but it's like red, yellow, blue lights. It's a cracking room, man. The staff are lovely, man.
Sounds awesome, man.
And it's Alexander's on to something now, man. I'm really looking forward to next time I go back.
I'll give my message, maybe get it on, but I say that, but I'll never message anybody to get one gigs. I don't do it.
Well, that's what Mackie was saying, that, man. You need to just ask. Ask people get it. Mind you, immediately after he said that, I asked him if we could headline the first Mackie's comedy at Max's basement. And do you know what he said? He said no. So I'm never asking anybody ever again.
Did he actually say no?
He wouldn't let me headline the first
time. He messaged me, did
Steve Buchanan on, man. But you know, I took that advice about asking, and I did, and I get nothing back. I'm gutted.
He'll put you on though. Not like a headline, but
I wouldn't go for headline. I wouldn't. There's a couple of open mic nights where I felt strong enough to close out, but I wouldn't put myself up for closing a night. It's too much responsibility, because ultimately the headline nights depend on the headliner smashing it, you know. And until you're consistently smashing it, you've got no right to even think about that. Same as getting longer as well. Same as doing like going from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20. So many people decide just because they've done 25 gigs or 30 gigs, it's time for them to do 10 and 15. And that's not what it's about. It's about getting consistently fucking strong.
I can just rattle hard as shite out, man, but it's because I host most of the time now.
But you're literally rattling out shite now, man.
I know.
But I say that all the time as well. Like, I get you to host all the time because you're good at it, and you get me to host occasionally because I'm shite at it and I need to practice.
You're a great host.
I know, but I worry about what I'm saying too much.
I don't
let go. That's why I think I'm shite at it, because I'm not fully accessing that part of myself.
Some of the stuff you say when you're hosting, but just comes out. You don't even mean to say it. What did I say last at Bungalaff there? I said what about my granny. She broke me up, but she's dead. But she don't remember she's dead. She had dementia, you know. I don't know why the fuck I said that.
You put that as part of the set, but remember with the question for the giveaway, and it was how many moons does Jupiter have? And that guy's went like that, 14. I was like, motherfucker, how did you know? How did you hear us outside? And he's like, no, Saturn's got 96 or something. And I was like, mate, that was the next fucking question.
That was funny, man. What was there, man? How many photos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How many photos?
How many photos did one of the acts put up on Facebook?
That was hilarious, man. Everybody's like that. 2 million!
No, 14,762. But I mean, every single picture I've ever put up on Facebook gets shared in one post. I could not believe that, man. I was terrified to look at it. Yeah, I need to get him on to talk about that, actually.
Nice.
Just an hour-long podcast dedicated to the secrets of posting every single picture you've ever put up.
Just put it right on that.
Imagine I made a slideshow of that, man, and I tried to do a podcast on it.
I was about to say.
Alright, each one's a minute, but there's only 14,762.
Anyway, part 16, here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find out how long that would take.
I can't even count.
Christmas 2027.
It'll be it for 2028. How many parts do you think you did in that, man?
Oh no, I'd all one sitting. I don't. Right, man, I'm hardcore, mate.
You did one of the fucking things for your ass. End up your piles, man.
Anyway, right, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. Look forward to the next time and all the gigs that are coming up. To you guys, thanks very much. We're out.
See you later. Take care.
Mana mana do 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 do. Mana mana do 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 do. Mana mana do 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 do.